Internet issues. Right, let's make a start. Just have your feet shoulder width apart and check your posture. Hang on. It's alright, just removing the trip hazard. I'll move this down a little bit. My feet aren't quite in shot. So we're going to do this one. We'll also do an exercise I did last Saturday. In Bristol. Notice the breath as it comes in. Notice the breath as it comes out. Sink into the feet. So notice your in-breath. Let's focus on the in-breath for a bit. So notice every time you breathe in and where it goes. Sink the hips. And then notice the out breath. So what you might notice is while you're noticing either the in-breath or the out-breath, you kind of end up emphasising the thing that you're noticing. So eventually what you want to do is just make that very quiet. So that you're paying attention isn't affecting the in-breath or the out-breath, but it's okay to be a bit sort of stronger with each one at the beginning. So look at it's a good one for the spine exercise, and also we're going to looking at the first part of the fall, but very, very, very slowly. We're going to try doing it really slowly. Okay, just shake out a sec. So when you're doing these exercises, you want to really automatically get into them and just get yourself and really be in the exercise. So for example, we were looking at this one. So you get yourself settled in the feet first, feel the feet, first third, sinking the hips, breathing and relaxed. Then you start, and you want nothing to interfere with doing the movement. So that's the idea. So let's try that again. We're just going to try getting into the move straight away. That means getting into the move straight away. So let's look at our posture first. First third of the foot. Sink the hips back and down. So you want to get into that straight away. And stay in the foot. Stay in the foot. Take a couple of slow deep breaths, and then we're going to go straight into turning. Ready, go. That's better. Yeah, that's what you want to do. No messing about. So we're just breathing. And then from that point, then you can start exploring things. Nice. It's about collecting your focus. So it's not as early as some classes. My friend Sally Yoga, unfortunately I missed her class. She teaches a class at, I think it's 6:30 on a Friday, or 6:45 on a Friday. It's on Zoom and it's in her house as well. So there's people that get to her house for that time in the morning. And while you're doing this class in this time, even if you're on YouTube, this is what we're doing. So everything else is left aside, really. Okay. Let's very, very slowly look at the one that Mike does. So what he does is you pull the foot in, you transfer the weight, you turn, and you're opening this hip. So we just do it in slow motion first, just to make sure that our knees are in line with the toes and that our posture is correct. And we're all breathing and stuff. I might have the window open for the next class but there's a lot of noise today. They're making there was a load of people in fluorescent jackets and hard hats and things. There's obviously something noisy going on, so I thought I'll just have all the windows shut. So knee in line with the toes. Knee in line with the toes. So you want to sink down. And tall. Yeah, think about your halfway point up here and the chin tucked in, so you get a nice stretch on the neck. Okay, try a bit quicker, and we're just allow the arms to flop round, so we're not. So it's the turning the waist that moves the arms. We won't do this too long because we might, you know. I was doing this quite a long time with Mike and was wondering if we did this for so much longer, would we be making dents in the floor? Yeah. So we're breathing, so notice the breath, notice the spine, keeping nice and calm and focused, nice and focused. That's it, marvellous. Okay, that looks really good, everybody. That looks good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So, and then open. Yeah. So nice open feel in the. So when Mike does it, he has his arms down different. You know, you can try different heights. I'm doing this because it's quite easier to see, but you could do it a bit further down, and that's okay. Great. Okay, let's. We won't spend too long on bounce and shake. We'll just try them just to get into the. At the moment, when I'm doing the bounce and shake exercises, I'm using it as a scanning system of my body. So noticing like if there's any muscles that are a little bit tight, and also really paying attention to my vertical alignment and really paying attention to my posture. So we're all breathing. So gently breathing in, gently breathing out. Tuning into that balance point of each foot. Tuning into the balance point. Let me just. And shake. It's very nice. The weekend I was in Bristol training with my teachers, so that was good. Keep breathing some more. So we're doing shake. Okay. Okay, very slow version. So I'll relax the arms. Relax the arms. Let's just focus in on the arms. Use the breath to let go in the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists and the palms of the hands. Oh. Pull through the body. Use your breathing. So just notice, get yourself really good posture, and then what we're going to do is sink the hips first and then raise the hips. We come up into a T shape and the arms are in front of the shoulders. You open the hands. Open the hands, now sink the hips, this comes down. So this is almost like a wild goose flies version of the loosening exercise. So I learnt this one from Andrew Heckett. Come down and up. Down and up. So we were looking at different speeds on Saturday, doing things on different speeds and how they felt quite different, even though it's the same, technically it is the same exercise. It actually feels quite different because we're going in different speeds. But I quite like this because then you can, it just gives you enough time, doing it nice and slow, gives you enough time to look at your structure without having to hurry about it. So it's quite nice. But even though you're going slow, there's what you want to do is create, cultivate this sense of continual movement. So it doesn't stop anywhere, it just keeps going, it's just going slowly. Okay, we'll try it with the turning in the hips, not the hips, the elbows. So now you turn, and notice when the turn happens to get that. Just so. There's actually a point in the movement, which is the optimal point for the elbows completing their turn. See if you can work out what that is by doing the movement at super slow speed. So when we were looking at a different form on what we learned here. We were looking at the old frame form from, I think it's about 300 years old or something. Not as old as some of the songs I sing, actually. I've known songs older than that. And there we go, that's it, and we're just open. We did it very, very slow at the beginning, and then we were looking at one section, the first section, and we did it faster, then we did it faster and faster and faster. We did it very, very, very fast. And even though it's all the same moves, because it's at a different speed, they feel very different. So we're doing the other extreme. We're going nice and slow. So we're just breathing. Notice your breath. So we were noticing the in-breath before. And noticing the out-breath. Fantastic. Okay, for experimentation purposes, let's have a look at those two exercises, but faster. just to see what happens. So we'll do it. So when you're going to do it fast, we want to relax more. And there's the bounce thing going on, and we're not gonna go super speed. We're just gonna go faster. Let's see what that. It's the same exercise, but it's not, huh? It's not the same, but it's the same. So we skip that. Actually, let's start from the beginning. Let's do the first one faster, and then the variation faster, just for completion. Yeah, let's do it. It's nice to explore all the things. So now faster and. Okay, and then with the turn. So it's a bit trickier to keep the structural integrity when you're doing it quicker, isn't it? It's a bit harder, but that's not bad. Okay, we'll keep going now. Let's change to that one because I don't want to be. Keep breathing some more. So I'll be getting all the classes up later. Keep breathing. Very good. And then we won't spend too long on this one. We'll look at the slow version another week. It's probably, if we looked at all the slow versions of all the loosening, we'd be still going at 11 a.m. So yeah, very good. Okay, back to the middle. Posture check. And then we just, oh, what a relief. It's very good. Yeah, we just look at the first third of the form at slow speed. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Turn. So start small, and then as you build the momentum, then get the movement bigger. 'Keep breathing. and change. Okay, so the new one, I'll just show it to you. We did it over the weekend. So you very gently go like that, and I'll just show it from the side. Then the hips sink back and your hands are forward. Then the hand goes like this, and then your hips go forward and your shoulders go back. And you go very slowly. Now the important thing is not to let your head flop. Your head is, you're doing a smooth curve of the spine rather than any kinks in the curve. Right, I'm counting. So when Grandmaster Chen Xiaowan does this, he does 300 in one direction and 300 in the other. So we're just doing this as a trial run, just to practice it, and then we'll do it proper in a bit. But we won't do 300 because otherwise we'll be here for a while. So let's set it up again. So we go like this. So we hang, then the hips go back, we go forward, arms equal, then we go like this, so there's a lean, so this arm will be lower than this arm, and then we go up and back. So hips are counterbalancing the shoulders, hips counterbalance the shoulders. That's it, yeah. So if you look at your picture, look, you actually make, this shoulder will be higher than this shoulder because of the lean. Then you sink the hips back, you go forward, and then you're getting the shoulder is the same, and the shoulders is being counterbalanced by the hips. Then this one's like this, higher, and then we go back. Okay, let's try it in the other direction, just so this is the trial run version, this isn't the proper version. We're trying to get the movement right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, got that? Alright, we'll do it proper. I'm going to try and do it for 30 times. I'm going to try and do it for 30 times in one direction and then 30 times in the other. Okay, here we go. Ready? And begin. I'm going this side first. So keep breathing. So eventually you make the movement smaller. Oh, when the Kaskubas do it, they do it very subtle. Okay, so that's 10. Twenty. $29 and $30, and then come back. So that was the, imagine doing this for 300, it must take ages. So you've got to do 10 of these. Okay, we're going to go in the other direction. We're going to go in the other direction. Here we go. So feel the feet first. Head floating, hips sinking. Feel the feet. And we'll go the other direction. Here we go. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 'Kay, that was 10. 20. Last one. Last one. Back. So, I mean, I'm working towards doing 100 each way, rather than the 300. I thought, well, I'm more likely, if the problem is if you try count to 300, it's really easy to lose count. Counting to 30 is quite tricky already. And yeah, have a shake out. But what it does is it very gently mobilises the spine, is what Carella never said. That's very, very good for the spine. But you just, because it's the spine you're working with, you have to be very careful, you have to go very slow, and just check that you've got, you know, that your posture's right all the way through. And then that way it's a very nice exercise. Let's grab a little bit of water and then we're just going to go through the form very, very slowly. The first third at super slow speed. I will move this trip hazard. And, yeah, let's go through the. Just look at the first third because we're very familiar with it, so it's fine to look at the slower speed. It's quite interesting. If you go too fast, it's very difficult to be relaxed, and also you lose your accuracy. The same can be said for if you're going very slowly. Yes, I brought my backdrop this week. I thought it's better with the backdrop. Okay. Just stand for a moment. Actually, let's do the first of the loosening exercises because we were doing this, getting the spine nice and relaxed. Let's go back to this one to get the waist, get that nice waist turn. So feel the waist turn. You're turning your waist and the arms are just hanging. So it should feel a bit easier now we've done that exercise. Great. Okay, let's look at the first third of the form. So, I'm mirroring. Sink down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. out. Sink the hips. And then just breathe normally. So sink the hips. Now very slowly move across. And then bring the hands up to chest height. Turn your right foot in. Look to the corner, sink the hips. Transfer the weight. Push out. Push out. Gather under. Hold the ball. Step. Heel. Toe. Transfer the weight. Turn the waist. Transfer the weight. Hold the ball. Turn the waist. Point the foot to the corner. Transfer the weight. Sink into the front foot. Very gradually peel the back foot off. Heel toe. Transfer the weight. Sink back and turn. Sink forwards. Sink down. And then step. Okay, this time side step, grasp the sparrow's tail, white crane spreads its wings, 20% of the weight in the left foot, down, over, brush knee, push, brush knee, push, tall through the spine, sink back and turn, sink forwards, nice and slow, brush knee and push, sink down, then spear hand, cut down, play the peeper. Step back and repulse the monkey. So you turn, 1, 2, oh sorry, the table's obscuring my footwork. 3, I'll put that back on the sofa later. 4, repulse the monkey, first time. 1 turn, 2 turn, 3 step out and back, One more time. 1, 2, 3, yeah. So one of my friends, Tai Chi friends, his teacher does the 24-step form, which in our school we do in 7 minutes. They spend an entire hour doing the whole of the form, an hour. So they're doing it at least 10 times slower, I think, about that. Or 6 minutes, you can do it in 6. So they're doing it 10 times slower, I think. So yeah, 660, something like that. Very slow than normal. And it's quite hard doing it that, you know, we're not even doing it as slow as them. And it was, it's a very useful exercise for maintaining focus when you're doing it slowly. Yeah, really good. And also it gives you a chance, you can really feel your legs, can't you? And it gives you a chance to, so anything that works the legs, anyone over the age of 35, that's a woman, because of the estrogen and the hormones and things, we got more when I did it with Simon, Simon Hanna, the trainer, and Lisa Robertson, the clinical exercise people in this area. They were saying about the importance of bone loading exercises for any woman or anyone over the age of 35, especially anyone that's is a woman, because of with the menopause you can get quite a fast reduction in the bone density. So anything that bone loads will make your bones stronger, and even if you've had all the menopausey things, bone loading still helps improve things. It still helps improve things, so it's worth doing. And by moving slowly, you're bone loading, so that's good. But from a mind aspect, it's really good to move slowly, because then you're really getting into this real sense of focus, and through the sense of focus and the calming of the mind, you can get these very, very deep, relaxed, calm states, and it's worth persevering with. Let's see. Oh gosh, let's do that again in super slow-mo, and then I think that'll be the end of the class. So let's do that again. Just the first third, and we'll stick with the super slow-mo. Breathe in and breathe out. It's like you'll really take your time. Really take your time. Breathe in. Breathe out and begin. So we just come up. Bring the hands in and down, and at no point are we stopping as such. We're continually moving. It's more like a snail. You know, when a snail moves, they don't stop. They just keep moving, but they're going very, very slowly, or a tortoise or something like that. Something very, very slow. Very slow, returning. And then we move. So it's okay to sink into the movement. Sink. So we're sinking down, we're pushing out with the left hand, gather under, hold the ball. So allow yourself to arrive into your, so I'm sinking down, I'm still arriving in my movement. Hang on, let me move this way a bit so I'm not in the way. Step, heel, toe. Part the wild horse's mane. Sink back and turn. Sink forward. So it's nice to do a small, slow bit in a small section. Step, toe. Transfer the weight. Go back a little. I'll show you from the side. Grasp the sparrow's tail. White crane spreads its wings. That's great. 20% of the weight. Hit the left foot. We go down, down. So we're looking at speeds next few weeks. Let's do another one. Okay. Oh, gosh, that was hard. I'd like to keep exploring that one actually with a slow thing. I think, yeah, it's better, isn't it? Yeah, let's just do that. But we'll just stick with it. I think it's probably best if we just do a section rather than the whole of the form. And then eventually we can do the whole of the form a bit slower. But otherwise our brains will melt and I'll probably get it wrong. So we'll look at the section, just make it, because it's quite challenging. It's as challenging as just watch. So we also do, I'm very slow, the water form is like this. So that's the same form done. That was terrible, by the way, but that's the same form done in like different speed, and that exercises different things as well. So we can look at speeds, but we'll start with super duper slow because it's very challenging, very good for your bones and good for the brain. So let's go back to this just to get the waist. Oh, wow, great class. Okay, we'll do this one. And then we'll polish the face. So rub the hands together, polish the face. And then rub the hands together and give the lower back a rub. And then embrace the tiger, return to the mountain. So yeah, even though it's the slow, it's like going to the gym, isn't it? It's amazing. One more time. One more time. Yeah, Tai Chi gym. And just stand. So just breathe. Getting into that nice calming the mind. Calming the mind. Regulate the breathing. Make a fist with the right hand, left hand over the top, bring your feet together and bow. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. That was great. Well done, everybody. That was great. Thanks for those of you watching at home on YouTube. That's really nice to have you here. Great. Okay. Bye, everybody.